So hello, this is the first video of me yapping through my entire footage. I cut this down way too much because I don't think YouTube would have let me actually, upload this. But I found my opponent, and seeing his rank, I was so confident I would have been able to, get a good shot at it. So I loaded it in, and it was just, what was going through my mind right now was just pure focus. I had to focus myself. I had to, get ready. I was really in the mood. I was really in the mood for it. And it's just this whole run I just never I as you saw in my shorts, I hated it. This is the run that I think you guys might know. But I loaded into the village and I felt pretty confident. I felt really confident going into a village because they're one of probably my strongest seeds. I always lag at the start of my matches, so I need to fix it. I know I do. Um but my first thought was get wood. Because you can't get a you can't get wood in a sand village, desert village. You get no difference. So I think it was just this tree if I'm right. I don't know if I grabbed any extra. But my initial plan was grab this, run to the village, and loot it. Yeah, that's what I did. And obviously I stopped to get some flint on the way. But it's like I was just thinking the whole time, like, I need this win. I haven't been able to win a single game at all. And it just is, it gets me angry. So I grab food. That's probably one of the biggest things I struggle with on my speedruns is I run out of food so quick. It's not even funny. And I rush. I try to find the blacksmith. I end up finding it. And it's just, look at that. Amazing obby. I had enough to immediately go into the nether. And I think if I'm right, I was just searching for the iron golem. Or no, I was searching for another blacksmith just in case. But, I just said, nah, nothing, it's alright. So I went into the houses, I'm pretty sure. No. I was genuinely so focused on finding the second blacksmith, because I normally, whenever I play the desert village, there's like at least two. So I said, okay, never mind. I just crafted. I was gonna go get some stone because I found some just here. But I'm not joking. Throughout this entire run, there's so much sped up footage, and I had to cut out so much. This was just me doing nothing. I need to. The thing I struggle with the most is probably, dying. I go too quick for my own pace, and I just die. So I just got myself some nice tools, and I think my next plan was just to crit out the golem. Yeah, but I don't know. Getting used to this speedrun is very weird for me because I haven't done it. It's very new to me. There's so many, and I mean no joke. There are so many mechanics in the game of learning how to do it. Obviously, I can't do many because of me not having the F3 key for a bit because I'm gonna work on getting a new keyboard. I'll find which one. Um, yeah, I made iron pickaxe because I knew I had enough obby, so I was just trying to get some flint. And bro, my luck with flint is probably one of the worst lucks ever. This whole time I was just waiting. I was trying to get flint after flint. You can see, it's not dropping. I'm giving my opponent so much time here, and I don't know. I know I probably should have crafted a shovel just to do it quicker, but I couldn't be asked. So I got it here, and you're about to probably see one of the worst portals ever made after I was prepared. And also, yeah, that was another problem. I was looking for bread, and because I didn't, I've never crafted it or I never picked it up, I just couldn't make it, and it was just like, I was so confused. But anyway, I said, okay, I think I'm prepared enough, and I'm used to always building my portals behind the blacksmith. And I think I did try it, and yeah, I got it this time. So I don't think, yeah, I don't. Okay, I was pretty confident, apparently, even though I'm noticing now I definitely should have gone for more blocks and I dropped my crafting table. But I think this is probably my stronger, points. I'm very good at locating the bastion, in my opinion, which, you know, I definitely am more confident with locating the bastion. It's easy to just look around. And as you can see, my opponent already only just got iron, and I am in the nether, which, made me super confident. I was like speedy. I was like, focus on what I was doing. And I think the reason why I did slow down is like a bit, I always like to pick up just extra blocks. I don't, it's not that I'm not confident, it's just I always like it as a reassurance. So I think I grabbed that much and I just ended up trying to go over there. But, ooh, do I make it? Okay, yeah. This is me reacting to my footage. I haven't really looked over my footage much. So yeah, the reason why you can't hear much of the audio is because I didn't realize that my OBS was picking up music, so yeah, that's my bad. But yeah, I just grabbed some extra wood because I knew I was low. Here, so a lot of people might get confused, and I think it's easy, it's simple. I use Jingle, and it basically just stretches out my resolution so I can see further, because obviously with fog, you can't see straight ahead, but it acts like just a wall, so if you turn a bit to the side, you can see it. And it basically boosts it. It's legal, so I use it. So it's very helpful, but I think with eye measuring, I struggle with the most with it, so I don't use it. Because obviously I can't do F3 escape. For some reason, my F3 keys are just... I have a 60%, and it's just weird. So here I'm grabbing more blocks, because I realized I was low again. Yeah, I probably should have picked up more while I was in the overworld, but I think the netherrack was a better idea because it just mines quicker. And I think, yeah, this is I want to say a treasure that I found. Yeah, it's the treasure bastion. You're about to just... I never put this mainly in my shorts, but you're about to witness how much I die. So, I just, try to avoid as best as possible, which I actually did a decent job. I only took 1 hour. I think my plan here was just to find the bridge, but I quickly gave up on that and immediately started, going upwards. Because I always like just, entering from the chalice, which, didn't quite seem the best. And yeah, I mainly was focused because I know bridge is my most confident, bastion. It's either that or housing I'm really good at. So, I've practiced this run over so many times, just going from the bottom upwards, so I like doing that. Got a little bit of a boost, and this is a bad habit I got from watching Rec Rap, because I mainly learnt my bastion routes from him. What I do is I leave the one block, even though what I can do is just mine them quickly all up, and I can just place one out of my inventory. But the thing I struggle with the most is definitely taking damage in my runs. I need to really work on that because obviously I need more food. And it's very annoying. I remember here I actually learned a new route for bridge, but I couldn't be asked to like, rethink it, and I didn't want to rush it, so I just did this. And lucky for me, well, unlucky that, it's buried, but I got quite lucky with it. Because I think it definitely would have ruined my run if it was a single. I can't, alright, I'm fine with doing a triple on the other side, it's just, on this side, I'm better off. And also here, I panic so quick when a piglin rushes towards me, it's like, I don't know, it's scary. Here but then after, I just mainly moved on to the nether. I cut out most of it because it would be an hour-long footage with it. It took me so long to find this fortress, I'm not joking. But, yeah, I was mainly focused on killing strays, and then I was focused on, like, really killing strays for no reason. Even though I know I should have gone just for the spawner. Yeah, I did such a bad job at, getting withers away. Also, okay, no, because you need to explain this right. Look at this, look at this. I think it's now... Where is it? Okay, yeah, I get hit through the wall. Like, I get he's tall and he might have reached, but through a wall. But here I thought I was gonna die. So I just quickly... I prepared myself to die so I don't, lose all my loot everywhere. But I was a bit low on food. And I just, like, the first thought that came to mind, make a respawn anchor. Because, you can respawn in the nether. Like, a very bad foreshadowing for that. So I place it down, and from my previous mistake that I learned, I had to right click it, which, if I did that, I almost forfeited the match, which I was like, no, 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 no. Yeah, I got my stuff. I think I was missing my crossbow, which dropped down because I didn't fully block myself up, which was kind of a dumb idea. But here I'm just sorting out my inventory. I like to have a very set inventory, and it's probably what slows me down. Like, after I die, I immediately will spend however long it takes just organizing it again. But, yeah, I kill off the rest. I don't know why I just kept going for those strays. It would have been easier if I just hit the spawner and I did blaze bed. Yeah, if I'm right, I go... Yeah, I go blaze spawner here now. Because I was like, you know what, I can't see anymore, so I might as well. But, I remember... I can do, like, the blaze bed here, but I don't like doing it in like, a close space, even though it's better, obviously, because better chance of them not flying away and all that. But I was fine. I had the time. And I think my opponent was in the nether, but he was in the bastion, if I'm right. I didn't, I, this is my first video, so I haven't took any notes. I'm just purely recording based on what I'm seeing. And also here, oh my god. I don't get why I did this. So, yeah, I build up. I was gonna blind because I had just enough. And I misplaced my obby. Just genuinely, it ruined my mood. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Because I only had enough to make one more, and I didn't want to go all the way back to my spawn pool because I think I was quite a few blocks out. So you know what, I just rebuilt the portal, which I could have probably done. Yeah, I probably could have saved on obby. I'll be honest, but it left me with not enough to be able to, you know. It didn't leave me with enough to be able to make it again, so I can go back. But anyway, I commit to it. I make my Ender Eyes, Eyes of Ender Eyes, both the same for me. But I made them, and you know, I spend a lot of time in my inventory, which I do need to work on. But I've got, obviously, I'm gonna learn my tricks and skills. I'm only coal 2 for now, for now. But yeah, I was just sorting out my inventory once again, and I get distracted, and I just ended up killing more blazes because I thought I could, you know, grab enough. Which, yeah, I could definitely tell it slowed me down quite a bit, but I go here after not getting dropped any. I made boat because I tried. Obviously, you can see on my Ninja Brain Bot, I had, you know, boat. I was gonna do boat eye, which I still didn't understand it. So fair. I don't understand it, and I'm just doing normal calculations, which isn't the best. But I'm finding definitely a lot helpful than, you know, triangulating it and taking even longer with my run. Here I'm just crafting some extra so, you know, they don't break and I have enough. I think I always like going 2 more, I'll be honest. I like going 2 more Eyes of Ender just in case I need to calculate twice and they both break. So this is why I have to do fun fact, because, you know, I can't press F3 and escape, so I just, you know, escape, 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 escape until I can see that it's lined up and I spam it. And for some reason, as you can see, it didn't do it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll go again. I think you're not supposed to hold anything when you're boat eyeing. I don't know if you can tell me in the comments, but you can see in the right, he's still in the bastion weirdly. He's not even in the fortress yet. But you know, I opened the settings and I was like, okay, just you can see me clicking away, and I was on the settings just turning off boat eye, so I reset. And I did get in. I don't know why I got in, but I throw another one, measure it, which Jesus Christ. I got, even though I feel like that was a good measurement, I definitely could have gotten a better one. So I bridged out. I don't remember how many blocks, but I bridged out quite a few. And mind you, this is on 30 FOV and like low sense. Oh, never mind. I put my FOV back. Sorry, but I don't know. I think measuring is probably one of the hardest things that I had to do. And I saw the 100%. I was like, okay, cool. I can definitely do it now. And this is literally me sped up because you know, as you know, I didn't have enough obby, so I literally sped this up. Before it was 10, this is like 50, and now 100 times footage, like in 100 times speed. And as I'm digging down to the exact codes it gave me, by the way, it brought me all the way to Bedrock. I got lied to, but I don't think, because I rewatched the video on how to use it, so I think I was in the definitely near it. It's just like got me into one of those chunks that don't have it, and it had like probably one block of it. So here I am remeasuring my eye, and I think I definitely got it on this one, but I was like, I just feel like I think it was 15 minutes. I was like, I give up. Not 15, I think it was like 2. But I finally got into the stronghold, and it was actually my first time entering the stronghold on a speedrun because they would either quit or I'd forfeit because they were already close. But me being me, I tried to pirate it. It worked out really not to my favor, and I didn't realize that behind was a fake wall. Spoilers, by the way. Um, yeah. And I don't know how to navigate the stronghold, so I just kind of ended up like running around until I found it. And I definitely need to work on my, you know, the GUI, I think it's called. The menu, when you press escape. I need to get better at it. So I ended up going down here, got a bit, just like a tiny bit of extra food. And I just remember, like, I took my time with it. I don't know why I took my time with it. I could have been a lot faster, and it probably would have saved me from what I do next. Yeah, I was getting ready to reset because I didn't have enough food for it. And it's what costed me my run. It is literally what cost me the run. I didn't reset. I didn't set my spawn. I didn't do anything because I thought I could do it, seamlessly without dying. So here I craft my beds and I thought about it. Okay, I'll reset. No, I have food. And I didn't realize it was 2. I didn't realize I'd need more. So, I made my respawn anchors and I just made sure I had enough crying obsidian because I always set up for a 1 cycle. I haven't learned how to 0 yet. And my opponent tried to draw, and for some reason I never pay attention to them, so I just let them run out, even though I think my ego took over this time. So I used up literally the only pearl. I don't know why I could have bridged off, but I used up the only pearl I had, which I think after this I end up, killing more Enderman just for it. But I would go over here. I know there's a certain way of doing the 1 cycle, but I just, I was so happy that he's still finding the stronghold and I'm in the end and I can, I didn't pay attention to it. And I was looking at it, I was like, calculating if it's gonna purge anytime soon. So I went over here. I was like, okay, I have time, I have time. So I might as well just make this little thing so I can, kill the Enderman. Because I need to work on a lot of mechanics, obviously, but if you guys do have more mechanics for me to actually, improve at, definitely let me know, like, besides the obvious that I'm spotting out. But yeah, made sure I just got an extra pearl, because, I don't think I would have made it. No, sir. Right. I did not even look at him, and he just got angry. I genuinely did nothing. So yeah, I just ended up getting too angry by the looks of it. And yeah, I had time. I could hear it. It wasn't purging. I was fine. So I just decided, why not? And I think this is also where it costed me my run. I was low on HP. I had no food. I was like, in my head, I thought, by the way, I had my spawn point at the stronghold. So I'm just waiting here. And out of nowhere, just watch this. Just watch this. I'm not even going to talk right now. I die. And I think it was from before where, it did that. Like, where it shot the ball. And I was like, why am I here? So I thought I said it. And I queued a draw, me being me. But I was just, I gave up on this run.